I cannot tell you everything about this process, but I'll help you to emphasize some of the issues. As you, if it can work, and turn it on. Okay. As Geir just said, we are under rules and regulations of public procurement. This is now not our invention. It's something called EU and EU regulations and directives. And as a part of the EU family, associated, so we have to follow these rules as well. When we start the sharp end of the competition, we have a lot of restrictions on how much we can share and how much we can talk directly to suppliers. And so forth. This is kind of the result of that. We try to do the talk in advance. So we also get a other spin-off of that, and that is to facilitate a better competition and attracting more suppliers, and those attracted, hopefully more eager to participate. We see that it's easier to comply with the rules and regulation of public procurement if we do the talking in advance. Of course, there will be, in this procedure, talk with those who qualify. I'll come into that later. Also, the dialogue helps us make the right competition or align the bidding documents to what the market really can do and not have to twist everything we get from you. And also make it possible for us to choose a suitable contract that will suit, for instance, the need of, let's say, a 10 years lifespan of such a product. It also helps us break down these deliverables. As you may see from the, or remember from the last year's RFI, there was a much broader picture, a more holistic or somewhat task for the vendor to address. We have analyzed, we have broken down, we have tried to sort out deliverables, which is handleable. We are in this period also setting up a sort of technical requirements, also choosing the right kind of contract. Then that's enough about the process we have seen today. When we start the process, we will announce this on the same portal which you have already registered. So you will receive emails that the process is opened. It will also be announced on tender officially in EU and Doffin in Norway. But for the ease, you can also rely on the Mercell portal to get notices from when the qualification phase is started. When we announce the qualification, this will of course be a part where you have to show that you are economically sound and able to sustain such a period. Furthermore, you will have some requirements to company certificates, etc., quality assurance, and so on. And also show your capacity in terms of references, in terms of methods you will use in delivering such a product as this. But this will be hopefully rather clearly envisaged. But it's important both in the qualification phase and also in the next phase for those qualified. It's important that you remember to envisage your capacity. Write it down, because we have to evaluate you on what you actually is writing in the tender and the applications. So there are people here which we have worked with for several years. Of course, they could think that we know what they're good for and can deliver, but it's important that you envisage us as a first-time reader. Yep. So even if you think we know you, it's important that you write it down and envisage that in writing. Okay, we have sent you a tentative time schedule. It's mostly to show you the phases. Time plans has the ability to sort of not work as planned, but this is more or less the activities during the process, and hopefully we'll follow these and help you align your resources to these dates. Important things to focus. It is a restricted negotiated procedure. For those who are not familiar with this, is that we will put out a invitation to qualify. You write a much lesser document, and you are obliged to put documentation on how well you're funded, economy, etc., that you're a legally registered company, that you have quality assurance, and also the capacity, references, etc. Here are the more your ability to convince us that you're the right partner to take into the next phase. Then the chosen qualified suppliers will be challenged to write a concept case or a pre-bid proposal. That is that we could of course run an absolutely normal bidding procedure where we, after finding the qualified suppliers, put up a tender, you have to submit a bid, and that was it. But we think that it is important that you are able to propose a more broad-lined proposal. We haven't decided how large it will be, but since we will use this to put together the tender document in order to be aligned with those we actually have qualified, we will use this to put together the tender document and also therefore use it as a shortlisting. So let's say we will try to qualify 5, and we may then reduce or rather put on hold 2 of those and go further with 3, which will then submit a bid. And those 3 will we negotiate the bid further on and hopefully reach a contract. That's a little different, but kind of combining the type of architect competition and a normal contract used in the software world. Hopefully we will describe it clear and envisage it on a safe and sound way, but this is the concept we will follow. Okay, remember the dialogue channel as today will be open till the competition is announced. We will try, as Geir said, to upload the presentation from today. We will decide whether the recording of the day will be put on some website or accessible. But it is important that you ask questions. It's much easier for us to answer them before we have announced the qualification period, then it's very much more strict formal. Then you have to submit your question in writing. We will try to neutralize it. We will try to answer short and formal. So this is the period to use. Yeah. Okay. We will write you to mind that, as Helge also said, that some of the areas supported, like hardware, etc., is reserved for other contracts. So let's the procurement of IT equipment, etc., servers, is other agreements which we have wholesale prices and so on. Some consultancy issues, general consultancy is also part of other contracts, but of course could be procured during this contract relevant to this procurement. Yeah. And of course we have already the web player, web development, etc. On other contracts.